So, hello students, and I am Mohammad Sadikot, and we will be continuing with our chapter number 2 of fractions and decimals of standard 7th CBSE curriculum. Okay, so let us begin with exercise 2.3, question number 1. Find number 1 1/4 of, here we are given 3 questions. We will try to continue with number 1, 2 and 3, that is 1/4. The second one is 3/5, and the third one is 4/3. Okay, so let us solve the first question, that is a 1/4 of, here of means multiplication, so we'll multiply 1/4 with this one, that is 1/4. So answer will be 1/4 into 4, that is 16. Okay, hope you are clear. Similarly, we will solve the second one, that is b. So the second one is 1/4 multiply by 3 divide by 5. So first of all, we will try to check that whether there is something in common between the numerator and denominator of the respective sides. So if you check it, here nothing is common and here nothing can be cut out. So we will just simply multiply. 3 into 1 is 3 and 5 4s are 20. So 1/4 of 3/5 is 3/20. Similarly, for C, 1/4 multiply by 4/3. So first of all, we will check that whether there is something in common. Yes, here there is 4 and here also 4, so we can cut it out. So the answer will be 1/3. Okay. Similarly, you need to try the second question also. Now moving towards question number 2. Multiply and reduce to the lowest form if possible. Okay, so we need to multiply the given sums and we have to reduce it the simpler terms if there are certain possibilities regarding it of cutting it out. Okay, so if any factors are there and if they can be cut out, we need to cut it out. So question number 2, reduce to simple forms. The number 1 here is 2/3 multiply by 2, 2:3. So the first step we need to do is we need to convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. So 2/3 multiply 3 to 6, 6 plus 2, 8/3. Now we will see that whether there is something in common. No, here there is nothing in common. We need to see in cross way. We have to see it in a cross way. So if there is anything in common, we need to cut it out. There is nothing in common, so 8 2s are 16 and 3 3s are 9. Okay, so this is our answer. Similarly, let us try the second one, that is 2/7 into 7/9. So 2/7 into 7/9. Now first of all, we'll check that whether there is something in common. Yes, there are something in common, that is, if you look at it here diagonally, 7 and 7 is common, so we'll cut it out. Your answer will be 2/9. Okay, similarly, okay, fourth one, 9/5 multiply by 3/5. So First of all, let us check that whether there is something in common diagonally or vertically. No. So what we will do is we have to just multiply 9 into 3, that 27, and 5 5s are 25. Now look at the answer. Is there something in common? No. So we'll just keep it like this. Okay, now moving towards question number 3. Also, it is a simple sum of multiplication. You will be given a mixed fraction, a proper fraction, or an improper fraction. Into multiply the same and reduce it to lowest forms. So starting with the first one, 2 by 5 multiplied by the mixed fraction of 5 as a whole number is to 1 by 4. So the first step here is write down 2 by 5, multiply, convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction, that is 5 into 4 is 20, 20 plus 1, 21. So 21 divide by 4. Now the another step you need to understand is, or you need to recapitulate is, you need to make sure that if there is something in common in the sums, that is on this LHS side and the RHS side of the multiplication, you need to cut it out diagonally or vertically. So let us look at it. Yes, there is something in common. Here it is 2, here it is 4. So we know that 4 is equal to 2 into 2. So cut out the common factors. Now what you will get is, here there is 21, and on the denominator side of the sum 5 and 2. So you just need to multiply 21 upon 5 2s are 10. Okay, this is your answer. Similarly, let us try the fifth one. First of all, convert this mixed fraction into an improper fraction. So 5 3s are 15, 15 plus 2, that is 17. So 17 divide by 5, multiply 4 by 7. Now look at the sum and tell me if there is something in common, you need to cut it out. So is there something in common? No. So we'll just simply multiply 17 into 4 and 7 5s are 35. So in the denominator we will write 35 and 17 into 4, that will be, yes, 7 4s are 28 and 4 1s are 4, 5 6. Your answer will be 68 upon 35. Okay, please make a note. Okay, moving towards the next question, that is question number 4 of exercise 2.3. You have been asked that from this two numbers, which is the greater number. So the first step towards solving such type of sum is, you need to first of all reduce the sum into simple fractions, that is a proper one or an improper one. So let us solve first of all the LHS side of the OR sum, that is this one, and then after we'll solve this one. So 2 by 7 multiply, of means multiplication, 3 by 4. Similarly 3 by 5 multiply 5 by 8. Now the routine course, that is we will see that whether there is something in common, we will cut it out. So there is nothing in common here. No. Yes, there is something in common, that is this one and this one. So we will put the factors and cut it out. So your answer will be 3 divide 7 into 2 is 14. Okay, so this is the simplest value of this one. Similarly we will do for the RHS one, that is we'll make sure that anything which is common need to be cut out. So if you look at this, that is diagonal 5 and 5, so we'll cut it out and the answer will be 3 by 8. Now in order to make comparison of which is greater, you know that we need to make these two comparable, equal. So yes, we need to take the LCM. So on the RHS side we will calculate the LCM of 8 and 14. So 8 and 14. So calculating the LCM, 2 4s are 8, 2 7s are 14, 2 2s are 4 and 7, 2 1s are 2 and 7 and 7 1s are. So LCM will be 2 into 2 into 2 into 7. So 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8 and 8 7s are 56. So our LCM is 56. So now let us do the same. So calculating the LCM, 14 into 4 is 56. Similarly we'll multiply the same on the RHS side. So 4 3s are 12 and 14 into 4 is 56. Similarly, we will take the LCM here, that is 8 7s are, and whatever number we divide in denominator, the same number is to be multiplied in numerator. So 7 3s are 21 and 8 7s are 56. Now we will make a comparison between this one and this one. Now let us compare. So if you look at it, the greater number here is 21. You have to look at numerator. Okay, we have done such type of sums in exercise 2.2 of the same chapter. So if you look at it, this number, that is this one, is greater than this one. So at the end of the sum, we will write down the conclusion, that is 3 by 5 of 5 by 8 is greater, okay, we'll put the sign of greater than 2 by 7 of 3 by 4. Okay, so you need to try the second part of the question number 4 on your own. So please take a note. Okay, now moving towards the next question of question number 5, exercise 2.3. In the question, if you read it, it is given that there is a boy named Salil, and he has planted 4 saplings in his garden in a row. So the garden here is denoted like this. Okay, this is the garden of Salil, and he has planted 4 saplings, that is 4 plants, the small plants, baby plants, in a row. And the distance between 2 adjacent plants, that is the first one and the second one, is 3 by 4 meter. Okay, so the same distance is between second and third and fourth. And you are required to find the distance between the first one and the last one. Okay, so the trick to this question is, we know that the distance between the first and the second and the third and the fourth is 3 by 4 meter. That is, a distance is equal between 2 adjacent plants. So what we will do is, distance between first and last sapling is equal to 3 multiply 3 by 4. So can anybody tell me why I have multiplied 3 whole number here? Yes, because the distance between the first, second, third and fourth is 3 by 4 meters. So there are total 3 gaps. This one and this one. So we have multiplied this distance, multiply 3. So let us first of all see that whether there is something in common. No. So your answer will be 3 into 3, 9 upon 4 meter. Okay. So the total distance between the first sapling, that is this one, and the last sapling, that is this one, will be 9 by 4 meter. So please take a note. Okay, now question number 6. I have tried to represent the facts here of the question number 6. So let us try to understand the question from the facts which are mentioned in the board. So Lipika reads books for 3 by 4 hours a day. Okay, so she reads a book for 3 by 4 hours a day. The entire book is read by her in 6 days. Okay, so she reads the entire books in 6 days. So how many hours are required to read the book? So you are asked the question regarding the hours which are required for her to read the whole complete book. So this is a simple case of multiplication, because we know that Lipika reads book for 3 by 4 hours per day. Okay, so what we'll do is, first of all, we'll try to convert this into a improper fraction. So 4 ones are 4, plus 3, that is 7 by 4 hours per day. Okay, now we know that she completes a book in 6 days. So hours to be calculated is hours required is 7 by 4 hours per day multiply 6 days. Okay, because he completes reading of books in 6 days, a book in 6 days. So 7 by 4 multiplied by 6. Now we need to see that whether there is something in common, and if yes, then we need to cut it out. So 3 into 2 here and 2 into 2 here. So this and this is cut out. So the remaining part is 7 into 3 is 21 and 2 here. This is our hours. Okay, so from this we can make out that Lipika will require 21 by 2 hours for completing the book in 6 days. Okay, so please make a note. Okay, so the next question here in exercise 2.3 is question number 7, and you are given that a car runs for 16 kilometers in 1 liter petrol. Okay, so it runs for 16 kilometers in 1 liter petrol. So it's average, right? Now if we look at the another part of the question, they are asking us that how much distance will be covered in 2 3 by 4 liters of petrol. So they're asking you, if a car runs for 16 kilometers in 1 liter of petrol, and what will be the distance covered for 2 3 by 4 liters of petrol. So our answer is simple. Distance covered is equal to 16 kilometers multiply 2 3 by 4 liters. Okay, so 16 kilometer multiply, we will convert this, 4 2 is 8, 8 plus 3 will be 11, 11 by 4 liter. Now we will try to cut out if there is something in common. So here it's 4 into 4, this and this will be cut down, so 4 into 11 will be 44 kilometers. Okay, because you are here asked the distance. As you have been asked the distance, the answer will be in kilometer. So answer is yes, the car will cover in 2 3 by 4 liters of petrol 44 kilometer worth of distance. Okay, so please take a note. Okay, now we will study about the next concept in the chapter number 2 of fractions and decimal regarding division of fraction. We have studied about addition, subtraction and multiplication of fractions. Now the another topic to be covered is division of fractions. So now let us start with a simple example. So number 1 is 2 divided by 3, that is 2 is to 3 divided by 4 is to 5. Okay, now this is a very simple case of division. Now what we will do is we will write 2 by 3 as it is. Now converting this division into multiplication, and we will take the reciprocal okay of the other number. Reciprocal means we need to turn this number upside down. So we'll write 5 in the numerator and 4 in the denominator. Now we'll see that whether there is something in common. Yes, so this is 2 into 2, it is cut out. Your answer will be 5. 3 into 2 is 6. Okay, this is a very simple case of division and the fractions. Okay, similarly you need to do other sums. So hope you are able to get this. It's a very simple concept, very easy to understand. Let me once again recapitulate it. First of all, we will write down the first number as it is. Now we will change this division sign into multiplication, and put the other number in reciprocal form. Reciprocal means we need to turn the number upside down. This will be 5 and this will be 4 here. Now simple routine, that is we need to cut down the common terms and write the final answer, that is 5 by 6 in this case. So please make a note. Okay, moving towards exercise 2.4, question number 1. Let us try to solve the same. So exercise 2.4, question number 1 is find. Okay, these are simple sums. The first one is 12 divided by 3 by 4. Okay, so we will follow the concept, that is 12 multiply, take the reciprocal of this, that is 4 divided by 3. Now see that whether there is something in common. Yes, this is 3 into 4, so we will cut out. Our answer will be 4 4s are 16. Okay, similarly let us try the second one, that is 14 divided by 5 upon 6. So simple, 14 will be as it is, put the sign of multiplication and do the reciprocal of the other number, that is 6 upon 5. Now is there something in common? No. So we'll write down the multiplication of 14 into 6, that is 4, and 6 7 8, that is 84. So 84 upon 5. Okay, so please write down. Let me rub it out so I can make calculations regarding the other sums. Similarly, fourth one, that is 4 divided by 8 upon 3. So we'll write down 4 as it is, multiplication and reciprocal of this, that is 3 by 8. Now try to find out the common terms. So this is cut down, your answer is 3 upon 2. Okay, similarly we can write down the sixth one, 5 divide 3 4 upon 7. So let us solve it. 5 as it is, multiplication, but first of all we will calculate this in mixed fraction, so no need to put the multiplication sign. Let us write down division and calculate this into mixed to improper fraction, that is 7 3s are 21 and 21 plus 4 will be 25 upon 7. Now we will take the reciprocal, that is 7 upon 25. Is there something in common? Yes, 25 is 5 into 5. Let us cut it out. So your answer is 7 upon 5. Okay, so please take a note of this and let us start question number 2. Okay, in question number 2, find the reciprocal of each of the following fractions and classify the reciprocal as proper, improper and whole numbers. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to just denote that whether these are proper, improper or whole numbers by taking the reciprocals of the same. So first of all you need to take the reciprocals and then find out that whether they are proper, improper or whole. So the first here is 3 divided by 7. Now we need to convert this into reciprocal form, that is we need to turn this number upside down. So 3 by 7 will be 7 by 3. Okay, I am just writing this for the sake of your understanding. You need to write down this in your exams or in your fair notebook. Okay, so this is reciprocals. Okay, the reciprocal of 3 by 7 is 7 by 3. Now let us try to give this a proper classification, that is whether there is a proper, improper or an whole number. So yes, our numerator is bigger than the denominator, so this is a improper fraction. Okay, so this is your answer. Similarly, we can try fourth one, that is 6 by 5. Okay, let us convert it into reciprocal. So it will be 5 by 6. Now we know that 5 by 6 is, yes, that's a proper fraction. Okay, similarly we can try for the sixth one, 1 by 8. Okay, converting it into reciprocal, that is 8 by 1 or 8, simply 8. So we can write down this is a whole number. Okay, so please take a note. So hope you have done it. Let us rub it out. Okay, moving towards question number 3. Find number 1, 7 by 3 divide by 2. Okay, so always remember the number which is after the division, that is this, needs to be put in reciprocal. Okay, do not reciprocal this number, you have to reciprocal this number. So we will follow the routine course, that is 7 by 3 multiply 2 will be 1 by 2. Okay, the reciprocal of 2 will be 1 by 2. So now let us see that whether there is something in common. No, so answer will be 7 upon 6. Okay, and yes, if you want to go a step further, you can convert this improper fraction into proper fraction, sorry, this improper fraction into mixed fraction. Okay, but I don't think so that this is required or necessary. You can keep the answer as it is. Now similarly we can try the third one, that is 6 by 13 divided by 7. So 6 by 13 divided by 7 will be 6 upon 13 multiply 7 is 1 by 7. Now is there something in common? No, so answer will be 6 upon 91. Okay, 13 into 7 is 91. This is your answer. Okay, we can also try to find out another one, that is sixth one. Sixth one is 4 3 by 7 divide by 7. So let us solve the same. So first of all we convert this mixed fraction into a improper fraction. So 7 4s are 28, 28 plus 3 will be 31. Okay, so 31 divide by 7. Right, now we'll put the multiplication sign and convert this into reciprocal, that is this. So there is nothing in common, so answer will be 31 upon 7 sevens are 49. Okay, this is your final answer. Take a note, and then after we'll move towards question number 4. Okay, so moving towards question number 4. So question number 4, find number 1 is 2 by 5 divided by 1 by 2. So 2 by 5 divided by 1 by 2. Follow the routine course, that is 2 divided by 5 multiply reciprocal of 1 by 2 will be only 2, or we can write it down as 2 by 1. Okay, now the final answer will be, as there is nothing in common, 2 2s are 4 and 5 1s are 5. Similarly, we can try the third one, 3 by 7 divided by 8 by 7. So routine, 3 by 7 multiply reciprocal of 8 by 7 is 7 by 8. Now is there something in common? Yes, so answer will be 3 by 8. Okay, similarly we can try the fourth one, 2 1 by 3 divided by 3 by 5. So how we will solve it? First of all, convert this into mixed fraction to improper fraction. So 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7, that is 7 divided by 3, multiply reciprocal of this, that is 5 divided by 3. Now is there something in common? No. So 7 5s are 35 and 3 3s are 9. Okay, similarly you can try the other sums. So thank you. With this we will end today's session, and we will meet soon in the next session. So thank you and have a nice day.